Hello my friends, how are you doing? It is time for the Neon Revolution pack. Here's a teaser. Boom! And we're back, and before I start the tutorial, I want to tell you that this pack is a monument of our shared passion for photo editing, because this is directly inspired by our interaction as a community during one of my last live streams where I created this picture here, and this is the starting picture and this is the result. Get that? I really want to invite you to watch that live stream back. I've linked it below, and especially if you think, well, this pack is not for me, I want you to invite to use that, because what art is about is to broaden our artistic range and to deepen our skill to express what you see creatively with your inner eye, with your mind, when you say, okay, this is the artistic idea, I want to get that out here. How can I do that? And this growing over time, this exploring of possibilities and ranges and getting that language right for your expression, this is where the art comes from. And so this pack is really a monument to that. Let's get started with the tutorial. So here we are in Affinity Photo, and in the pack, in the Pro version, you have 60 different overlays and also different brushes where you can create your own overlays and move all these elements independently around. So this is very, very versatile. But another thing before we get started on how to use that is that this time what I will do is everybody who is buying the Pro pack until the end of the month will get 20 additional overlays, backgrounds that you can use for your creation. And if you come later than that, I will make a version where you can have also this bonus inside for a little bit extra, right? Okay, let's get started here. So the first thing, the most important thing is that when you start with this picture, you want to separate the main subject from the background, and this can be done with the selection brush. Now, in the pack, even the free version, there is a free online course included where I show you in detail how to do that. So basically, you use your selection brush, make a selection of the background, and then invert that selection and turn it into a mask. Watch the online course, everything is in there, right? So when you have done this, you're left with this basically. As you can see here, we have our main subject and we have a separated background. The background is gone because we want to replace that background, right? And to do this, what you can do with this pack is to have these backgrounds that I've created for you. So you can see there's different ones. For example, this one here you can also use. The way you use that is that you simply go to File and Place, and then you select from your Pro pack any of these overlays that you want to have. We can go for another one. For example, let's say we want to use, let's say this one here. So you select that and you place that here, and then you just stretch it out to the right size. They have really high resolution. So the backgrounds have 4000 by 4000 pixels resolution. So there shouldn't be any problem to use this with your pictures. And as you can see, you can resize that and you can rotate that any way you want. And there's different kinds of versions, of course. So let's go back here again to Place. And then, for example, here we have a version with these swirls in there. This can also be really cool. So you can do very nice stuff with that. You can rotate that. You can also place it in a different position or stretch that. And this has, of course, a high influence on how the picture looks at the end when you're using it with your model. So you can see when the swirl is up here where her head is, has a very different kind of dynamic compared to when it is down here where the body is. You can see how the energy of the picture changes. So this is a really important part about that, to be playful with that and just have fun and do the things you want to do with that, right? Here is another thing, because as you can see with these backgrounds, this background here has already this kind of color glow included in the background. So this is fixed to the background and gives you a starting point. It gives you a good idea on how to work with that. But you can do this on your own also. So what you can do here is that you simply create a rectangle over all of the background like so, like this, and you can see there's already a gradient in there, but I will show you how to do that. So you click over here on your fill, up here on the left side, and you have these two colors that you can fill. I usually, in this case, for these backgrounds, fill the right side with black, but you can also go for another color if you want to have any kind of other effect in the background. As you can see here, this is super dynamic. You can do with it whatever you want. And then on the other side, you have, I would say, rather a bright color. You can also go with darker colors if you want to have that as a darker background. That is also possible. So you have complete freedom on creating that and mixing and matching that in any way you feel like you want this background to happen. And then you simply place one of these elements here that does not have this kind of glowing element. You can see there's a lot that just have a black background. And with that, for example, let's say we use this one here. I can place this here, again, stretch it out like so. And now when I go to blend mode screen, this will now be blended into the background. And you can see this glow is staying in place while I'm moving my background around. Let's delete this and use another one. So file, place, as I said. Let's go over to the triangles again that we have used before. You can see here, this one is with the pink glow, and then we have one without the pink glow. So I can just push this in here. I can resize that to any kind of size I want, and then simply switch over to screen as a blend mode. And you can see how many variations you can then create just from one single picture, from one single portrait. You can also do product photos. You can of course also rotate the background. So there is so much potential with this to play around and create really interesting effects. And another thing this is really cool about that pack is because you are so versatile in how you can use that, you can really learn a lot about the composition and the dynamic of the elements. You can see when I have this line going through her head is a completely different dynamic when compared to when I put this like so and her head is framed basically by the triangle. So you can learn a lot about how to work with these elements. Now let's talk for a second about the brushes. So let's turn this off and I will create a normal pixel layer for that. I will select my brush over here on the left side, and here you can see for the pack, the brush collection will have a different name in the final version, by the way. It will be called Olivio Neon Revolution, so don't be confused in not finding that. And I will also show you in the online course how to install that so you're covered on all bases, right? Okay, so you can see here we have the triangle, and I can then simply paint this in here. You can also resize that, and you can also stretch that afterwards if you want to. So this is a possibility. And of course, with your arrow keys, you can also rotate that. As you can see, I can bring this to the side if I want to, like this. But I can also switch over to these smaller random brushes. And this, by the way, is only a suggestion. You can do with the brushes anything you want. But as you can see here, if I paint with this on the background, this gives me these random appearing triangles. You can do as many as you want. You can also recolor them. This is another amazing element of this pack. So for the settings, you would go up here to more, and you can see, for example, I can say how many of them should appear while I'm painting. Should there be less or more? You can also say how big should the size change be. So there is no size change and there is the maximum size change. You can see there's very small triangles, very large triangles in here. You can scatter them on the X axis, on the epsilon axis. So there's a lot of possibilities in here. Again, I'm going to also explain that and link to you videos in the included PDF file. All right. Here's a last thing that I want to show you, and that is also pretty cool. Let's turn this on again for a second. You can recolor this too to give you completely different effects. Let's push this down here, and then I go to adjustment, and you can do this two ways. You can go to HSL, and this will change the colors based on their origin color. So you can see that this is now pink and this is green, but you can also do it with the adjustment for recolor, and recolor will give you everything in the same color. This can be a very powerful and very interesting effect. Now you can also see that some colors are a little bit more intense and others are less intense. So in this case, you want to reduce the saturation to get back some of the details in there so it's not overpowering. So you can really adjust that to your liking, to your interest. There's a lot of possibilities in this pack and give you a lot of creative freedom. All right, this is basically it for this tutorial. Thank you very much for watching. Download the free version with the online course. It's 24 minutes, I think, long, give you a lot more detail, and you get some free overlays with that too. See you in my next video. Bye.
Let's go.